The Bad Guys 2 is a sequel to a very fun original DreamWorks idea which originally premiered in theaters 2 years ago, and most of your voice cast is returning here. Sam Rockwell as Mr. Wolf, Awkwafina as the Tarantula, Marc Maron as the Snake, Anthony Ramos as the Piranha, and of course my man Craig Robinson as the Shark. And the bad guys are now reformed criminals and they're trying very hard to be good, like the first movie suggested, you know? But they soon find themselves coerced into a high-stakes heist that's masterminded by a new team of delinquents that they never saw coming. Now, I enjoyed the first Bad Guys movie, and I wouldn't say that it's one of my favorite DreamWorks movies ever. It's cute, you know, you got animals roaming around in a world of humans, which, again, isn't... it's never explained why they're just a bunch of humans behind them. And I got news for you, they don't explain why that's the case in this movie either. So I'm gonna look past that. In terms of overall quality, The Bad Guys 2 seems to be a story about overall redemption. And look, if you watch the trailer for this movie, you pretty much have a great idea of where this one is going to go. And it's pretty easy to predict what's going to happen beat by beat as you sit through the movie. Like, you know who the villains are going to be, you know what the message is going to be. And while I'm on that topic, The Bad Guys 2 doesn't even seem to be as thematically rich as the first one was. It's not really going to light the world on fire by saying anything on the Zootopia level of, holy crap, this is a movie that has to be seen. And getting back to the villain of this movie, who's known as the Phantom Bandit. Is it just me, or is this character pretty much the female equivalent of Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda? Like, literally, she is designed the exact same way. But at the end of the day, ultimately, The Bad Guys 2 is a movie that's made for families. So I'm not going to harp on the movie too much for not having as well-rounded of a message as the first one did. Matter of fact, if you really want to think about it and argue, this movie basically reneges on the whole storyline of the first one by saying, hey, we're good guys, but hey, now we're going to be bad guys. And we're going to be bad guys again to basically get all the gold. There's a really weird joke about the word gold in this one, and I don't know, I didn't really laugh at it that much. But damn, even though I didn't really laugh at that running joke, this movie was trying its damnedest to be as entertaining as possible, and I gotta give this movie props where it's due. Your voice cast is doing a great job in this. Once again, Anthony Ramos is really funny as Piranha in here. Craig Robinson as the panicked brute of the bunch, Shark. He is so endearing to watch. Awkwafina is always a fun presence to have in your movie, and you're guaranteed to get at least some laughs out of her and her delivery. Marc Maron as Snake has a pretty funny little storyline involving a romance with one of the other delinquent bandits. And you have the legendary Sam Rockwell voicing Wolf, and look, he's great. He is perfect casting for Mr. Wolf. I'm not going to dispute that at all. You know what else I'm not going to dispute? The beauty of this movie. The colors, the animation style, DreamWorks does it right. And this movie, maybe even more so than the first one, it felt like I was looking at a lot of different little comic strips going on. The shenanigans that these guys get into, especially in the opening of this film, it can only happen with animation. Like, there is no way this studio can think about doing a live action version of the bad guys. Because first of all, how do you get anthropomorphic animals to just walk and talk and sound like humans in real life? But like, how do you stack like 1,000 police officers on a motorcycle chasing these guys? These scenarios are only meant for cartoons. Which ultimately, even though it's not as emotionally dense as the first one was, it's still pretty enjoyable. And I'm sorry that this review is not as in-depth as you might expect, but for a movie called The Bad Guys 2, if you liked the first one, if you enjoyed the first one, you're going to enjoy this one. And who am I to tell you what you can and can't enjoy? I personally found this pretty enjoyable. Especially if you have a family, this one could be a really nice weekend outing for you and the kids. I'm going to give The Bad Guys 2 a B-. That makes me basically believe that this isn't on the same level as the original, just because it's not really telling anything meaningful. But man, is it fun to watch. And some of the jokes in this... There's a Silence of the Lambs joke in a reference that had me howling. But let me know what you think. Did you guys enjoy The Bad Guys 2? What is your favorite DreamWorks movie? I know that's a very broad topic and there could be a lot of correct answers. But let me know all down there in the comments, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you're new and tap on that thumbs up as well if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more exciting videos very soon as I play a little bit of catch up here. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much again for your continued support. With all that being said, Back Talk, commence.